Fructose, on the other hand, this sweet molecule, the molecule we seek, the reason why the food industry studs every food in the grocery store, 73% of all items in the American grocery store have added sugar on purpose for the food industry's purposes, not for yours, because fructose is addictive, activates the nucleus accumbens, the reward center of the brain, in the same way that cocaine, heroin, nicotine, alcohol do.
Fructose does activate reward centers within your brain. So does glucose, dietary fat, dietary proteins, drinking water, dietary sodium, and exercise. Saying that fructose is addictive and it activates the same reward centers as drugs of abuse is not providing the audience with the complete picture of what actually occurs within the brain after feeding of different macronutrients. In fact, when we look in humans, there is no difference in ad libitum energy intake when comparing glucose, fructose, or high fructose corn syrup, indicating increasing the fructose content of a beverage does not increase one's susceptibility to overconsume food because of its addictive nature. Feeding and drinking in general activate the reward center, but pointing the blame at a specific nutrient without mentioning the fact that every single nutrient and liquid that you ingest also activates the reward center. And yes, because the reward system is not specific to a single stimuli, things like video games, drugs of abuse, spending time with loved ones, and consuming food will activate similar reward systems within the brain, but that does not make these things comparable. The only caveat that I do have to this is that fat, sugar, and salt have the capacity to stimulate separate reward systems within the brain. Therefore, the consumption of fat, sugar, and salt in combination appears to drive overconsumption and be more palatable than any of them in isolation, indicating that they can stack on top of one another to drive passive overconsumption. But saying that fructose is addictive and comparing it to drugs of abuse is misrepresenting the effects of different macronutrients within the reward system. That being said, if you would like an individualized approach to your nutrition and lifestyle to optimize your health, energy, and body composition, send me a DM to sign up for coaching.